Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another book chat. So today I decided to do something a little bit different, a little bit quicker than my usual book chat and in a different setting. Yeah, because I wanted to just gist with you guys briefly about this book that I just read, which is Easy Motion Tourist by LEYE ADENLE. Yeah, so Easy Motion Tourist was the book of the month for my reading community slash book club book hangout. So this was a book that we read last month. That was April. So shout out to the book hangout. I like how our founder Kemi ensured that the book club keeps running and we still had our books and we still had our book chats every month as we used to do. So I'm really excited about that, and that it was such an interesting read, and I wanted to just talk about it with you guys. So Easy Motion Tourist is a fiction and it's written by LEYE ADENLE. So I did a little bit of research, and LEYE ADENLE is a Nigerian. Yeah, by his name I already knew he was Nigerian, is Yoruba, but he's based in the UK and he's a prince actually. He's a prince in Osun State, yeah, if I'm right. So yeah, and I from what I also read, is a fitness instructor, yeah, like a fitness coach or fitness instructor, and obviously he also writes. And this was a damn good book, if I may say so. Like, it was so good. It was different. I like the fact that it was a crime thriller. We hardly get a lot of those, especially from Nigerian slash African authors, so I liked it. Was a different kind of storyline, and it was talking about the story was about like the Lagos life, and it exposes like the dark sides of Lagos, like the crime, and raised a lot of issues as it was exploring a particular crime that was committed. And the story was just revolved around the process of solving that crime and the different people, the different issues that came into play while that crime was trying to get solved by the police and the media. So one interesting thing about the book is the narrative style. I like when books have different points of view narrative style. So it had the first person point of view. It also had this third person point of view as narrative style. So I also like that. I like how it switched from different point of view, so it gave the very interesting feel, so you can understand it from different perspectives, you understand. So one other thing I like about the book is the fact that the way the author wrote the story, you already know what happened. Like, who is at least early on in the book, who's responsible for this crime. However, you are still eager to know how it will get solved, because in the process of the crime trying to get unraveled, I think I'm using too many big words. In the process of the police trying to solve the crime, you get to see other issues that arise. You get to know about other crimes that come into play, and you are still eager to know how it eventually gets solved, So we're introduced to different characters. The story didn't have one major character. It didn't have a main character. There wasn't like a major hero or heroine. It actually explored all, those that were. It even, the story was written in such a way that the point of view of almost all the characters were, expressed. So one of the major characters is Amaka, who happens to be a lawyer by training, but also works for an NGO. And the NGO is responsible for, or takes upon themselves to help prostitutes. I'm not necessarily kick them off the streets. They help prostitutes that want to like get rehabilitated and come back to society and stop the job. But they also help prostitutes who are in the job. So some of these prostitutes are usually exposed to all these dangerous rich men. And one of the things that Amaka tries to do is to like expose this rich and dangerous men, and try to get justice for these girls in any way she can. So this puts her in, usually puts her in harm's way, because these are dangerous people. And also, apart from Amaka's story, we are also introduced to Guy Collins, who is a white British journalist who comes to Nigeria to cover the elections. However, is mixed up in this ritual killing crime. Yeah, that was the major crime and that was committed that we're introduced to at the beginning, you know. And so Guy Collins is a journalist. However, in his bid to like get his work done, he gets mixed up in this crime, and the story keeps unraveling from there. He meets Amaka, and you know, we also introduce him even to the different criminals as well. So it's interesting, and even to the policemen responsible for, you know, fighting this crime. The book explores societal issues like prostitution, ritual killings, like class system in Nigeria, in Lagos, issues like decadence of the criminal justice system, of our criminals fighting. I won't say justice because the courts were not involved in this story, but we could see the decadence in how in the police, you know, in Nigeria, and you know how much work needs to be done, and you know, so several issues that come up when it comes to fighting crime in Lagos, Nigeria. So yeah, it was very interesting. I feel like this book should be made into a movie. There are so many movies being churned out in Nigeria, and I'm like, with whack storylines, like I'm like, where are all these good stories we have? Like, why can't they just get these beautiful stories written by brilliant authors? So the feeling you get while reading this book is the same feeling you get while reading any other crime thrillers, which I really loved. You know, that feeling of suspense, the excitement, the fear. You know, I just really enjoyed it. Just like any other feeling you get from any like Ted Decker book, or you know, any other detective or crime thriller book or series. So I really want to applaud the author for just bringing all those feelings to bear while still telling the truth. I like how realistic it is and how it's tailored towards the reality of, you know, Lagos life, the reality of Nigeria. So I'm going to read to you guys my favorite quote from the book, which is in page 148 towards the end of the second paragraph, yeah, or third paragraph, yeah. So this is it. It goes thus: some days she wished she could just make all of them stop walking altogether, but it was a fleeting fantasy that she never allowed herself to dwell upon. What would they do? Starve, become house girls, and be raped by their bosses, beg on the streets, and be raped by the area boys? She knew these girls, these women. She understood their world. For them, prostitution was not a choice. It was a lack of choice. So this is a part of the book talking about Amaka's thoughts regarding the prostitutes that she's working with. And I like how this book pleads for empathy. You get, you know, we can be in our cars or on the road looking at these prostitutes, or just people doing things that we feel like, oh my God, you know, this is below, you know, my standard. How could you? But I like how this book is exposing, I like how this book is exploring the fact that you don't know people's story, so you are not in a position to judge people's choices if you don't know their story. You don't know if you were in their position. If you how sure are you that if you're in their position, you wouldn't make the same choices? A lot of choices we make are influenced largely by our backgrounds. A lot of us have the opportunity to make better choices because we had a choice, definitely. So my rating for this book is going to be an 8/10. Yeah. That brings me to the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so, okay? Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, it really helps me. And if you have read this book, let me know what you think of it in the comment section. And if you have not read this book as well, comment below, okay? And I also wanted to ask, do you think prostitution is a choice? I'd like to hear your response in the comment section. And yes, LEYE ADENLE also wrote this book, When Trouble Sleeps, which is a sequel to Easy Motion Tourists. So I really like how he's creating this, you know, sequels, and I'm really excited to read it. I'm here to read. I'm going to read it very soon. So I just got it. As soon as when I saw that this was a sequel, I decided to get it because I was scared that if I don't get it, I might start looking for it. I might not be available again. So I bought the two of them together. So yeah. So guys, I was supposed to end this video, but I'm still here. So I'll see you in my next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.